Ladies and gentlemen, it is episode 142. We are the Millie Goats. It is June 23rd, 2024. Happy National Hydration Day, boys, everybody around the world. We have an electric, epic, monumental guest joining us today. This guest right here, absolutely ripping it up on the PGA Tour, the Stallion of the PGA, as we have dubbed him. We're going to see if that sticks or not, but we will keep that going. Ladies and gentlemen, it is Justin Lauer on the show.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Golf
Good to be
clap.
here.
Hall of Famer at Malone University, Cleveland, Ohio, sports diehard, Browns, Cavs, Guardians. 3 top 5s on 7 top 10s, 87th in the FedEx Cup right now. Turned pro in 2011, PGA card 2021. Man, you have been on an absolute heater I would say the last 2 years, right?
Yeah, a little bit on and off there, but yeah, it's getting better, which is nice. So
good. So I have to do a hand up because initially, whenever I started following your journey, I was like, it's Justin Lower. I'm like, something's wrong going on with my headphones. I was like, it's Justin Lower.
Can't hear himself.
And then turned out that was the wrong pronunciation. It's Justin Lauer. And then we're like, okay, now we can start coming up with some hashtags and doing some fun stuff. So that was on me initially, but also as a person who doesn't have a lot of people pronounce our last name right. I mean, did you, in the PGA, like the bio, did you tell them, like, hey, we got to put this in there?
Yeah, it's kind of been something I've fought my whole life. Everyone thinks it's Lower. But something I do on the first tee with the tee announcer. So I will say the PGA Tour is like, the tournaments are very good about getting everything right. Most of the first tee announcers have cue cards and whatnot that they're holding and what a name rhymes with or something like that. And but a game I used to play just kind of with myself was I would introduce my full name and see if they were actually paying attention or not. And then it was kind of always half and half. But it's a lot better on the PGA Tour. They actually pay attention and know what's kind of going on and whatnot.
Now, what's your word that you rhyme with it to
Power.
let them know it's power?
Yeah, just rhymes with power. So
Okay.
So everybody's got their own thing. Like I'm a V, and I say V like victory.
okay,
It's always like that. One time I said my last name, and they kind of looked at me like I was being a dickhead. So I was like, oh, maybe I shouldn't do that
I've had
anymore.
that too. So some guy in 2017, we were in Peek, New York. It's like right outside of Erie, Pennsylvania. Like he introduced me. He's like Justin Lower from Ohio, and I hit my tee shot, and I was the last to hit in the group. And I went up to him, and I was like, hey, next time it's Lauer. And he's like looking at he's like, it says Lower, and I'm like, okay, I understand that, but it's Lauer. And he's like, yeah, it says Lower. And I'm like, it's all right, dude. It'll be fine. But like, just so you know,
What do you know?
I was like, it's Lauer. He's like, okay, whatever, man. And I'm like, it's like, you have a good day. Whatever.
What's it? Oh, man. The first tee, everybody, is it the hat tip or do you kind of nod or give the hand?
I do kind of so if I got the hat like this, I'll do this and just a slight one of these and then get into my routine and go from there. So
okay. Everything, routines. I'm sitting there, I'm wondering, like, do you practice that or rehearse or tell yourself? Or I'm guessing.
Oh no. Yeah, you have to go through it all and kind of practice it, especially on the range. Like I always whatever club I'm going to use on the first tee, it'll be my last shot on the range, or one of my last shots on the range, just to rehearse it, just so I've done it like 5 minutes ago, so I can just go do it again.
Man,
so, yeah,
it is. Golf is like the hardest. I'm assuming it's one of the hardest games to do the same thing over and over and over.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. You got to put tons of time in, and everyone, like the difference between everyone is just so minute, like how good everyone is and whatnot. So it's just, that's probably the hardest part. It comes down to shots and half a shots and quarter of shots and stuff like that. So it's just, and like the season's so long, it just kind of the way it plays out in the end, it's kind of crazy that it actually comes down to a shot or a point or something like that. So
that was good. What I was gonna say was, what's your number system? You know, a lot of guys are like, oh, this is a stock 9, or I'm gonna hit it at 10:30. Are you? I'm guessing you just said you're at a quarter, half, or 3/4.
Yeah, I do stock, full, 3/4, half, stuff like that. And me and my caddy rehearse that all the time, just when we're on the range practicing. And I have a TrackMan, so we get instant feedback right away and like what the ball's doing and whatnot. So
yes. So the Hall of Famer at Malone, that's pretty cool. I want to hear kind of the story of, was there a ceremony? I mean, how did all that go down? I mean, that's
it's
cool.
just as soon as you're out for 10 years, as soon as you're graduated for 10 years, you're eligible. I didn't want to go to Malone. That was kind of my backup plan. I wanted to go to Ohio State. That failed. And I wanted to go to the University of Akron. That failed. So I kind of had just a quick background story. I kind of had like a family tragedy when I was 15. Lost my dad and my brother. And it hit me pretty hard. And golf was kind of my my escape and whatnot. And I used it just to kind of get by. And the last thing I wanted to do was any schoolwork. And I remember I would do the bare minimum to pass, and it just freaked college coaches out. Like my senior year, I won states individually in high school, so the talent was there. Coaches didn't want to take the opportunity, and I totally understood it, because it took me a long time to get through the NCAA clearinghouse at the time. And then I had to go through all that. And then Malone was always kind of right there in the backyard, and ended up going there. And it turned out to be one of the best decisions I've ever made. But I went through and I had an amazing career. 4-time All-American, won 16 times, won nationals once. And then
4?
Yeah, I was 3-time first team. My freshman year, I was third team. So
you're like a cheat code for them.
It was, yeah. So
they could create a player.
That's outrageous.
NCAA.
It was just like we were in the NAIA at the time, so
yeah,
the competition wasn't amazing or anything. It was still good. Like there's still guys on tour that I played against, which is cool. But it's nothing like Division I golf is. Division I is just full of studs all over the place. And but our team was good too, which made it a lot of fun. But the one thing that was really cool is all 4 years we had like the team that was competing at nationals. We were all from Ohio, and then my senior year we were all from the same county, which made it really special. Which is something you just don't hear in collegiate sports for sure.
Holy! You're like, you go to the local course and it's like, oh, that guy shoots 67. That guy shoots 67. It's like, where am I at right now?
So a funny story, our conference. So do you guys remember when Derrick Rose played at Memphis and like they just flew through everybody? So my just to give a quick rundown of our conference tournament every year. So my freshman year, we were down 8 with 18 to go. We won by 12.
Holy smokes.
Wait a minute.
My sophomore year, we won by 22. My junior year, we won by 55. And my senior year, we won by 51.
Stop the damn match.
That is hit the Jim Ross. My God, I got him in the solar plexus.
Wait. Are you still talking golf or basketball?
Yeah, right. No, so my senior year we shot I think the first round we shot 5 or 6 under as a team, and we just got out to a massive lead. And the format was we played 27-27, so 27 holes one day and then 27 holes second day. So after the first 18, we're 5 or 6 under as a team. Next best was like probably 15 or 16 over. And our assistant coach was in watching the scores come in, and he said one of the head coaches is in there, and he goes, and they're off, and just like that. So it was just we kind of use that joke today. It's just kind of funny that we had that good of a team. But no, it was fun. Just fun.
What's the pre-match locker room like for golf guys? Like you
know
what? Like I can't even think about. Like all I know is like regular. Like I only know like normal high school sports, like wrestling, baseball, football. Even in college, it was like everybody's doing crazy stuff to try and get themselves pumped up, psyching out a team. But golf, are you guys trying to get yourself psyched up, or you're like, hey man, I wish you like namaste or something like that?
It's a little
calm down.
A little bit of both. It's all
everybody's playing like you listen to Barry Manilow in there or something. The dude who plays the pipes.
No, it's all personality based. Some guys like to get pumped up. Some guys need to stay calm. I need to stay calm for sure. I almost get too pumped up at times.
So no AC/DC for you.
No. I've tried it. Trust me.
Hell's bells. You come out there, just the bells going off.
Yin Yang twins.
But no, some guys like to get pumped up for sure, and some guys listen to. I don't listen to anything before I play. Some guys have AirPods in and they're listening to something. Who knows what it is? But I just like to kind of stay calm and go through my routine and go from there. But we always had a meeting the night before, especially in college. And our coach was super old school, like hit fairways, hit greens. And I remember my senior year, I was like, we're ranked like third or fourth in the country. Like we're going to nationals. And he was always like afraid. Like if we somehow blew it at conferences, they wouldn't give us the automatic bid. And there was this team of young, I think it was Damon College out of New York, and they were all freshmen and sophomores. They were pretty good, but they weren't anywhere near us. And they idolized us too much. Like they told us when they played us, like, dude, you guys are so good. And our coach was like, these guys are really good. They're young. They don't care. They don't know what they're doing. They could go out and just blitz you guys, and you guys could not compete at nationals. It's that simple. And he's like, I don't care. He's like, I don't care if you're 20 yards from the green. If you can't see the pin, I want you to find the 100 marker or the 150 marker, and you hit it that, and you play for 5, and you play for bogey. And we're like, Coach,
what a pump up speech.
About?
Come on,
a great pump up speech.
Running through a wall with that speech.
I was gonna say, no, you stick it in there close, you suck it back, you twirl the club, and you sheathe the sword right back down into the pant loop.
The only thing I was missing was at the end if he should have asked, is there any dogs in this house? And you guys all barked at him or something.
We all looked at each other and we're like, Coach, what on earth are you talking about? But it was good. And then we won by like 50 shots. So
Wait, so Tex asked locker room question. I just had one pop in my head. So, we were all fortunate enough to play football in college.
Mm-hmm.
And, when you go into the locker room there, it's already pre-set up. But, like, it was kind of a mystery, like, where your locker was. Yep. Luckily for AK and I, we knew it's going to be near the door because we were kickers and punters. So, like, it was near the door. Is it like that on tour? Is it like I kind of know where I might be, or is it like based on FedEx Cup standings, or like how do they?
It's all alphabetical. So you walk in and you can kind of dictate where you're going to be pretty quick.
So
you're always kind of around the
locker mate every week then that you play.
Pretty close. Me and Shane Lowry are always right next to each other.
Oh, yes. You guys ever like just spoke like, hey?
Yeah, Rory's always pretty close. So
has anybody ever asked him like, is it Lowry? Like Lowry?
So I wanted to ask him that, and I had breakfast, or was it breakfast? I had breakfast with him last week at the Open, but we were talking about he was kind of holding court. He was like, there were like 5 or 6 of us in there. He's like, would any of you ever recommend this place to your friends? And we're all like, no. He's like, how much is it to even play here? And we're like, we're pretty sure it's like $600, and that's before caddy. He's like, I would tell my friends to shoot themselves in the foot for $800 before they came and played here for a round of golf. He's like, this place is ridiculous. And like, just going off. He started saying some Irish words there for a second. I had no idea what he was talking about.
He seems like a card. He's a hoss, isn't he?
Oh, he's huge, but he's hilarious. He's always got a team around him. Some of these guys with their teams, I don't really understand. Like Bryson has like 6 guys around him at all times.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, but he's doing all that social media stuff though.
Yeah. Well, yeah, he's got the YouTube channel and all that.
I mean, I saw him on the fairway, and then there's some dude who's just jacked out of his mind standing like behind him, and I'm like, is that who? Who's
So
that guy?
Some guys request security guards, and then the bigger names get security every week. Yeah,
that makes sense.
Oh. Well, I mean, look at what happened. Lord, what happened today?
How about that? That's wild.
I didn't even see it. Y'all were talking about it, but I didn't even see it.
I just saw it on Twitter. I didn't really see.
Yeah,
I didn't see it live or anything. But
paint cans, a couple of people running on there, and Adam had a funny tweet. He goes, "Whenever I got tackled on the green, I held on to the bottle. I can't say the same for this guy." I was like, "Dude, that's how you do it right there, buddy."
There was that one, and then Ben On had a good one because Scotty was in the group, and he was like, "Scotty must be freaking out right now with all these cops around."
Ooh, I have a follow-up
It
question
wasn't
to
me.
both of their follow-up questions.
Somebody got a skint knee.
Do you still so you had the locker room vibe. Do you still talk to the guys in the locker room? Because that seems like a bond that's for us anyways. That's a bond that's hard to break.
No, it is, yeah. So there's like caddies are in and out of the locker room, the club reps are in and out, but it's mostly just the players in there all the time. And you always see like different conversations going on in there, like especially with like the last couple of years, like my rookie year and then the second year, like all the live conversations you would hear and whatnot. Like it was kind of wild, the stuff you would hear and like the money numbers that were being thrown around and whatnot. So
unreal. So 2021, that was, I mean, the card, like, do they actually give you the card? That's
it's like mine's upstairs, but it's like it's the size of a credit card, but it's like metal. It's got some weight to it. It's pretty cool.
Like
have you thought about like making it into a belt buckle eventually?
No, I wouldn't do that.
No, but I mean, what was that like I was kind of reading the story, but I want you to it's pretty cool, man.
No, it was awesome. It was a lot of hard work. I mean, it took a lot longer than I thought it would, but I spent 6 years on the Korn Ferry Tour, which is the equivalent of like AAA baseball. So it took a while, and then I just narrowly missed out kind of in the regular season. I finished 30th in the top 25 get cards. And then we had what was known as the Korn Ferry Finals that doesn't exist anymore. They took those away in the last 2 years. So now it's just 30 cards just from the Korn Ferry Tour. So, but yeah, I was able to get it through the finals, which is kind of like the playoffs kind of. And I was the last guy to get a card. I got up and down from like 30 yards, hit it to I hit this, one of the coolest shots I've ever hit. I hit this kind of low spinner, and it's like was going really fast and then just spun right next to the hole and stopped about a foot away. And it
was the Morikawa?
Yes, similar to that.
Like you described that, and I'm like, that's what I'm picking, like that low, just put it on a rope.
His was a lot further, so he was able to stop it a little more quick than I was because you're able to generate more spin. The closer you are, the less spin it has. But it was still a sick shot. One of the coolest shots I've ever hit. So,
oh man, and then you just walk in there, boom, and then it's like,
no, it was cool. I had a lot of friends that were waiting on me. Like that was probably the coolest part. Like I got a beer shower, which is always like the thing that happens when it happens when you either win or you get the card finally. Like usually your peers shower you with beer, and I had that was probably the coolest part, just to see other guys who were rooting for me. So
that'd be a good walk up. Caddy hands you the putter to walk up to tap it in or what.
Yeah,
had to be a good walk up.
No, it was for sure.
Did you give him the stone cold?
No, I wish. Yeah. Maybe one day I'll do something like that.
Oh, yes.
So the one tournament, no one really noticed that the Punta Cana event where I finished fourth, I was putting really well that week. I was doing the 3-ball anytime I made the putt. But no one really caught it. I was telling my wife, I was like, hey, I'm doing something when I make putts. She's like, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Next, when you do this, is it the ice in the veins or whatever?
Maybe, yeah. But I like the 3-ball.
If you do the ice in the veins, you need the arm sleeve.
Yeah,
Oh.
right.
Just wear one. Just wear
And-
one.
Yeah,
and a
just wear
tourniquet.
one. A lot of guys wear the solar sleeves, but that might look weird. Just
Is
one.
that what those are?
Yeah.
Solar
Yeah.
sleeves?
Yeah.
All these kids now coming up wear the full face guard. They're out there, playing football, and they got like a whole full headscarf. You need to start doing that, a face sun sleeve.
Well, some guys during COVID, they used to wear the gaiters
Yeah.
up all the time. A lot of the caddies did for sure, and some of the caddies do just for like, instead of just caking sunscreen all over you. So just
You
keep the
needed
loop.
one at Pinehurst. Holy cow.
Oh my god, it was brutal all week.
Gosh, that was one of my first questions for the thing. Is
And my legs were black just getting around there. Oh
Yeah.
my goodness.
I've ruined a pair of shoes.
Oh
Went down
yeah,
like-
I ruined 2 pairs of golf shoes that week. Yeah.
Unbelievable.
We played Pinehurst number 8.
How is number 8? I've never played any of the other courses. How was it?
It was nice. The one hole we
Yeah.
played.
I was going to say, I think we only played one hole.
Yeah, they
Oh,
kicked us
okay.
off.
Yeah.
Because we didn't have a tee time.
We didn't have any time.
We were working pine
Makes sense.
needles for the women's U.S. Open.
Ah,
It was like
years
20,
ago.
2000, it's like 2008 or something like that. It was a long
Yeah.
time ago. And
We
we
were
go out there on
always
number 8 and
number
play
8.
that same hole over and over again, and they finally caught on to us and they kicked us off the course.
Y'all try to
Yeah.
play it 18 times.
Yeah, we tried to play it a bunch of times. We were out there walking with no shirts on, grocery bags full of beer,
nice.
just bare
That
feet.
was-
That's all you need.
The greenskeeper pulls up and says, "You know how much it costs to play this course?" No. All right. He just drove off and turned on the sprinklers.
That's good.
How'd you guys get on there? Well, we're not staying in that house over there. That's
Yeah,
not
right.
our house.
Yeah.
Oh, my wife. So I came on here. My wife had a question. She goes, I want to know some of the behind the scenes stuff about the rental cars and how all that works and who picks up what. And is there a sponsor for the people that pick you up and drive the cars or what? I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah, so the PGA Tour, we get courtesy cars. So, like tomorrow for Detroit, like even though we're driving our own car up, like I still get a courtesy car for the week, so I can pick it up at the golf course. And they're usually brand new. Like, I think Jeep is the sponsor this week, so we'll get some type of brand new Jeep for the week. Hopefully, Grand Cherokee or something cool like that. The last 2 years in Detroit, they were giving out Escalades, but I will say
22s?
they're the big ones.
Spinners?
Like, I'm not
Is
sure.
Ford
what-
dropping the ball there? Not
that
sponsored.
they might be, but
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
but so the thing about the course, it's kind of in the middle of the hood. So
Yeah.
they make us so the one street is a 2-way, but they make it a 1-way for the week. And we come in on the north side of the course, and then we have to exit on the south side and then take some stoplights and get back on where we're going, because everyone stays north of the course, or some people stay downtown, but most people with families stay north just because it's quieter and whatnot. So we stay maybe 20 minutes north of the course, but they tell us when you leave, if you don't feel comfortable at the stoplights, just keep going, because it can get that bad.
Jeez.
And they
Whoa.
were
Holy moly.
yeah. In the last 2 years, they were giving us brand new Escalades, and we're just like, this could get really bad if we're like
Yeah.
just chilling at a stoplight. But yeah, they told us if you don't feel comfortable and you see an opportunity, just drive away. So
Wow.
Yeah.
That I
What
did
they
not
need
know.
to be issuing you is government bulletproof everything.
right, yeah.
Yeah. Just tanks. Just
Yeah.
everybody hop in.
No, but yeah, most of the tournaments we get brand new cars, and they're ours for the week, and then we either return them at the golf course or at the airport, wherever we're flying out, and kind of go from there.
Or just keep driving.
Well, yeah, that would.
Well, I
Some
mean, that
guys-
kind of got
Some guys have tried that, and it has not gone well. So
no.
Oh wow.
It has not.
Yeah, that was kidding.
yeah,
Have you walked
Okay.
away from one of those cars yet and been like, I need that?
yeah. We've gotten the Lexus TX 350 a couple times this year, and it's a nice.
Was
car.
that the boxy one?
No, it's like so I would compare it to like the BMW X7,
Mm.
but a
Okay.
little more spacious and a little more Like I can fit my golf bag in there, like the whole travel bag, without putting any extra seats down.
Oh, that is a nice looking car.
And then we can put all of our other luggage in there as well, which is huge for us because usually we have to, like my wife's putting in a car seat, I'm loading in all the luggage, and the people are like, "You guys do this all the time?" And we're like, "Yeah, every week."
Yeah.
And
when you start navigating the car seat, when you start navigating the car seat stuff and the travel that goes into all that, oh man,
it was wild. We started traveling. She was maybe 2 months old when we started traveling. Our luggage tripled out of nowhere. Like it was always like, I always had a backpack and then my golf bag and then a suitcase. Then my wife always had a backpack and a suitcase. Then all of a sudden, we started traveling with our little one and 3 extra suitcases showed up. I was like, what? Who else is coming?
Yeah.
And it was
pack and play.
Oh man, it was pack and play, everything. It was wild.
That's what I told these guys. I was at the PGA Championship as well.
Okay.
When I got there, I saw Mark Hubbard, and he had his family with him. But it was funny to me because like his wife was chasing they had 2 little kids. His wife was chasing the 2 little kids around. They were all happy to be off the plane, and there was Hubs. He was like dragging a car seat in this hand. He was dragging his golf bag in this hand, but then he had like a big suitcase that was packed on his back. Mike, they looked like a family that just got to Disney World, about to have the time of their lives. Because he was smiling, he was happy to be there, but it was just hilarious, Mike. That's how these guys are having to travel.
No, that's how it works every week. I kind of wish Netflix would follow us around one week instead of just following the guys on private jets, because it would be comical. It's kind of wild, but
full swing dad mode.
That would be a perfect episode.
There's enough dads on tour. They should give out minivans for a week. I bet that would change a lot of people's opinion.
Sometimes if we don't get courtesy cars, the minivan, if you have the family, is the way to go, just because you can put whatever you want in there.
Been trying for 4 years to talk my wife into a minivan. She won't do it.
It's the best car you'll ever get. I grew out of a minivan. I had to get a Suburban. So
I outgrew the minivan.
It was awesome, dude. It was just so functional. It was awesome. Like everything about it was great. The only thing that was missing on mine was that it wasn't all-wheel drive, and if it had that, it'd have been the perfect car.
Yeah. No, some of them are really good.
It'd been like a pair of extra tough boots, huh?
Oh yeah, dude, extra tough boots. I'm telling you, that's the future.
Oh, that killed me today. I should have had those on the boat.
Golf shoes.
Should have had those. Okay. So we've asked that question. Here's the icebreaker question. We've asked about 16 questions already.
Icebreaker.
Who's the GOAT, LeBron or MJ? Yes.
So MJ has the best record, but LeBron is the best to ever do it.
I don't know about that, Jim.
Here's the spin zone. LeBron has an in-season tournament championship. MJ does not.
Facts.
So
no, I mean,
Andy has a bubble championship.
He does.
That's true.
When's that documentary coming out? I want to see that.
The
bubble. How they made all that happen. That's what I want to see.
Yeah, there's some other.
I don't think they're gonna ever make it because it's gonna be everybody's gonna realize they weren't following the rules.
Probably not.
There's probably a lot of NDAs that were signed for that bubble.
No, there has to be. But
that's the year they made weed legal. They're like, okay, we're not gonna test you for weed because everybody was just so bored they were just smoking their brains out.
Yeah, probably.
I'm telling you.
No, I'm a LeBron fan. I think he's insanely good. Obviously, MJ has the record, the 6-0 in the finals and all that, but I don't think he had to play. I mean,
come on, say it.
Some of those Warriors teams were so good, and then they had to add fucking Kevin Durant of all people to add. Like, my God. Like they couldn't beat a healthy Cavs team, so they went out and added probably one of the top 5 offensive players of all time to their roster, and he dominated, of course.
So wait, so when the Cavs won the title, did LeBron win it or did Kyrie win it?
I mean, did MJ win it or did Scotty help at all? So I mean,
MJ won it.
Or did Rodman pull down 20 boards and have 0 points? But, I mean, I don't think you can. I don't know. It's like Jack and Tiger. Like, I think the same thing with Jack and Tiger. Jack has the best record, but Tiger's the best to ever do it. So,
gosh, some of those stats are hilarious. It's like Scotty just has to be the number 1 player in the world for another 768 weeks.
Yeah,
or something.
Yeah, some of Tiger's, like, his cut streak it's like 100 and it's like 141 or 144. The most I've ever made is 9 in a row. Like, just to put it in perspective. And I, like, when I made the 9 in a row, I was playing really good golf. But to make 144 cuts in a row, I think the leader right now is Xander, and he's like around 38 or 40. So
yeah,
he still has 100
like
to go, which is
in
like
baseball, like going 52 games or 56 games or 56 in a row.
Yeah.
Joe DiMaggio, I mean, come on.
No, like Tiger's cut streak will never be touched. It's pretty unbelievable.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yes. So we just had to ask. We watch basketball some, but we're more like hockey, football, baseball, golf. That's kind of our.
No,
but it was like you're a Cleveland guy, so you just go straight out of the gate after the other gates that we went through.
I like it. Yeah.
Okay, so we got a fact for Hydration Day. Milk actually is a hydration factor, contrary to Ron Burgundy's statement. It's so much thicker than water, you might think that milk would dehydrate, but that's not the case. In addition to calcium and vitamin D, milk contains protein to keep you fueled even on the hottest days, another thing water can't do. So do you drink milk on the course?
I do not. I have a slight lactose intolerance, so.
I was going to say, like, bad.
Dangerous. Do not drink milk on the course.
Don't do that.
I do a lot of coaching the youth sport.
I drink a lot of almond milk now. I've switched away from dairy milk. So
oat milk.
I do a lot of coaching the youth sports, and they make you get certified in so many things. And a lot of times for outside sports, it's like one of the
nice humble brag that you coach a lot of youth sports.
one of the chapters they make you review and test on is like hydration. And it talks about that, but it talks about like no longer they want you to drink a bunch of, like, they recommend 1 Gatorade per session. Like, just have 1 Gatorade, then after practice have chocolate milk.
Okay,
that's what they're recommending to rebuild the muscles and give you the protein and everything like that, rather than drinking more Gatorades. I feel like
Gatorade's more of like a recovery drink as well, just with all the
electrolytes.
All the electrolytes and whatnot.
The recommendation is to drink Gatorade during the event, and then afterwards recover with chocolate milk.
Okay. Well, yeah. A lot of guys, a lot of guys try to stay away from Gatorade because of the sugar. It gets too high and whatnot. But a lot of guys do like liquid IVs and what's the new one?
Those things make you shit, though, man. Those things make you shit like crazy if you drink more than one.
Yeah, 100%. No, it's true. Yeah. And then what's the other? The Elements, LMNTs.
Oh yeah,
those are really good too. Yeah. But recovery is huge in what we do. So guys are always trying to figure.
Yeah, you guys got to get back at it the next day.
Yeah.
They need to bring back All Sport.
Oh my God, that stuff was terrible.
Carbonated sports.
Carbonated, yes. Why not? Carbonation, get you out there burping, drinking it.
Horrible. So bad.
Okay, that was the fact of Hydration Day. I just wanted to bring up. We're not sponsored by milk. Don't worry. I wish we were though.
Did I get a cow right now?
Muscle milk.
Get all those.
They're milking it.
The milk mustaches.
Yeah.
That's what's great about having young children is you can order chocolate milk at restaurants now. They think it's for them.
Gosh, love chocolate milk. Okay, so we're gonna do the water cooler debate at the end, and now we've got a segment where we have curated a bunch of different questions that we will just rapid fire. Well, kind of like what we've been doing.
Okay.
We had to section them off into segments to make sure we at least stay somewhat on task. Otherwise, we'll be reading ads about milk that we're not even sponsored for.
That's all right.
Oh, okay. All right. J-Vi, do you have the Salute Your Sports, it's whatever that thing is, pulled up?
Yes.
Everybody, shh. Okay, Salute Your Sports / question time. Also, I don't know if you saw, but I'll send you a picture of Butch last week whenever we were at the US Open. He shaved the number 2 into his goatee.
That's pretty good.
It was full too. Like he took time to do that.
Yeah.
So it grew back the next day, like Tim Allen in Santa Claus.
Just out of nowhere.
He showed up with his face painted like William Wallace for the Scottish Open last year.
There you go. Yeah.
So okay, these are the for reals, serious for realsies golf questions, and some for the boys, just in case we have any questions for golfing with the boys, which we often do. I want to go first. First question: what was up with those greens at the U.S. Open? That course, man! Holy cow!
Did you guys see any of the kind of overlays that they showed, like of the actual, like the usable surface compared to the actual surface?
Yes.
I mean, it's like 2/3 to 1/3, like every hole. That's I mean, the sections were so small, and they just got more firm as the week went on. I don't know. It's the U.S. Open. It's supposed to be hard. I thought it was borderline silly. I didn't think it was like. I gave it like an 8.5 on like the craziness scale. If it got to a 10, then it would be kind of unfair. But it wasn't totally unfair. Like you could still get away with some shots and whatnot. But like if you look at the guys that played really well, they're all high ball hitters. So it definitely helped to hit it high and not have the ball roll as much as soon as it hits the ground. And whatnot.
How do you find out who's a high ball hitter?
It's just like you either have it or you don't. Like you either hit it high or you hit it low.
There's no PGA Tour stat that I can look at to be like, okay, this is a real hard green course.
No,
high apex.
So if you look at if you go deep in the stats, there is a stat called apex height.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was just curious. That place was just outrageous.
Well, the thing about the U.S. Open is it's supposed to be the toughest test in golf. That's something the USGA like prides themselves in, is like pushing it to the limit, making par like a very good score. Like usually when we play, it's like 20 under is winning or something like that.
Yeah, like today.
Yeah. So par is kind of irrelevant to a point. But the USGA always wants par to be close. Like, so I think 2014 there were 3 guys under par, but then like 2005, the last time it was there, no one finished under par. And then I think when Payne Stewart won, I think there was I think Payne was the only one under par for the week. So they're notorious for doing that. So
it was weird looking at that scoreboard when Payne won, and you're like, Tiger shot even, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Like trying to think about a time that Tiger didn't shoot under par after 4 days.
No, it's wild. But yeah, that's what the USGA is known for. So
was that the first? Because I think was that your first U.S. Open?
Yeah, first U.S. Open,
yes.
First major. So it was a big deal for me. I wish I would have played a little better, but it was just nice to make the cut. So
yes, that was awesome. Who wants to go next? Anybody who's ready for the rapid fire?
I'll go. What? So we had a debate about this weekend. I was just on a family beach vacation. What is the rule for golf on a family beach trip? Is there a rule of how many days you can play golf? Can you not play them at all? Is it determined on length of stay? If you're there all week, you get a pass. If you don't, what's the rule?
There's got to be. I would have met. So my wife would make it be. We'd have to talk about it beforehand. That's what she would say. But in all honesty, if I'm going on vacation, I'm probably not taking my clubs.
Ooh, what are you taking? Fishing poles?
No, I'm more of just kind of a sit at the beach and chill.
Love it.
Yeah. But I would say maybe one round for every 5 days you're there.
Okay.
Oh.
Maybe one for every 6. I don't know. Just depends how much.
Well, I'm really glad my wife doesn't listen to this show. Trying to get a little bit more out of this.
Where was the vacation?
We were just down in Hilton Head, but we
so You're in a golf destination though. Like there's tons of courses there. So
We got down late Wednesday night, and we left this morning. So it was like I didn't end up playing, but I did play on the last beach trip that we went on.
Okay.
It was like,
our issue is fishing. Ours is fishing. We get yelled at a lot for fishing too much.
Yep.
Not yelled at. We get.
Yeah.
Let me hold on before I get everybody in trouble.
You got yourself in trouble there, bud.
we asked. We have conversations about not fishing as much as we typically
healthy debates.
Healthy debates.
Healthy debates. Yes. Sorry. Don't.
Who usually wins those healthy debates?
Not you.
Not me.
No one on this podcast.
Yeah.
Exactly. I'm telling you today, we'll talk about that later, but holy moly. All right. Tex.
So I ask this to every golfer that comes on the show.
Okay.
Have you ever heard of Kirkland balls?
I have, yeah.
Or have you also heard that they're supposed to be the best golf balls that you can buy?
I may have.
Would you agree that they're that good?
I don't know if I would go that far. I'm more of a Titleist guy, but
all right.
I do think Titleist and Kirkland had a.
At one point they did.
Yeah, at one point they went to court, didn't they?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah. So.
And then them and Callaway also went to court over clubs. So.
Okay.
Yeah. So there was another one.
I mean, you walk into Costco, they're basically Callaway clubs. But no, it's I will not.
Kirkland's not the brand.
I'm not playing a Kirkland ball anytime soon.
Okay, follow-up question. We heard a lot about putting balls in water.
Yeah.
Do you soak your balls?
I do not. No. I've tried it, but I do not do it.
What about in milk?
Is it true?
Hydration.
Oh yeah, you should soak them in milk.
I should. Yeah. I should try that. Yeah.
But does it actually true that they the certain part, or is he just making up a story?
No, there is there is some science to it. And Bryson he'll try anything. I mean, he's trying to control anything that he can absolutely control, which is, you can't blame him for that. That's kind of what makes him so good. But no, I have tried the Epsom salt trick. I think they're, especially Titleist golf balls, they're made so well. I don't think that there's going to be any imbalance. And if there are imbalances, they're not going to be sold. So
I will say, when I hit a Titleist golf ball, I save that Titleist golf ball for when I need it the most.
Yeah.
Like if I'm in the fairway, this is me, jabroni golfer James over here. I'm like, I need to hit a good shot. I'm going to throw a Titleist down.
Okay.
Yeah, but isn't it usually like we don't swing the club fast enough for us to be using Titleist golf balls?
Well, no, you can use different ones. Like there's the AVX and whatnot. Like there's different ones for all compression and whatnot. So
like we don't need to be out there swinging Pro V1s.
You could.
I mean, I do sometimes.
And they end up in the water.
When it's in it, true. If it's on, specific holes. What about if like you find an old Pro? Is it true that the old Pro V1s, like if it's more than whatever a couple of rounds old, like did they lose their? Or is that every golf ball? I have no idea.
So it was like kind of like, I think it was like in the 70s and the 80s. The guys used to carry rings around on their bag, and they would, if the ball didn't fit through the ring anymore, then it was like it was deemed like out of shape, and then they would switch. But now the technology is so good with the ball, you're not gonna hit a ball out of being a sphere, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So, but back in the day, guys used to keep, it was like a ring that was just attached to their bag, and they would throw the ball in there because apparently they would get like oblong and whatnot. So,
I've been playing with a bunch of old Titleist golf balls. Maybe that's why I have this hoard slice in my game.
Maybe.
But I could see that being like a little bit of an advantage. Like if you needed to like stick a ball, you could use an oblong one, and it just like bam, it's in the right spot.
Yeah,
it'd be a competitive advantage. Maybe Bryson
football shaped golf ball.
Yeah,
kidding me?
Oh yeah, just stick it in there like a punt, like a coffin corner
just
punt.
Saying, just hit a low driving punt through the wind. Yeah, baby.
A stinger.
Could you imagine like hitting a golf ball and it did like a field goal and it just
That'd be pretty sick.
Okay. If we were to follow you at a tournament, we're
Mhm.
going to be planning. I think we're trying to go to the Wyndham.
Yeah, the Wyndham.
Okay.
The Wyndham is going to be
It's gonna be hot. That's one of the hottest weeks of the year.
Yes, it is.
We're going to have plenty of milk in our camelbacks.
Yeah.
Yep.
Puking our guts out on the side.
4 caddies up there. just allow us 4 caddy up there puking his brains out.
Is it if when you hit the ball, should we yell? I mean, that's, if we're following, we want to show support, but we don't want to throw off the mood.
No,
the vibe,
you can yell whatever you want as long as it's not like.
Yes. Keep between the lines.
Yeah. And as long as it's not like affecting someone else. That's all.
Okay.
That's all.
Okay. Yes.
Yell whatever you want.
Okay. So we're out there in Greensboro because that's where we're all like North Carolina based.
Yeah.
We can yell after the ball is hit as long as we don't interrupt anybody's play. All right. Good. Okay. Butch, did you have a question?
No.
Okay. Anybody else, J-Vi?
Not for this segment.
Okay. I have one more. This is for realsies golf. What about growing the game here? What if thoughts on adding a twist to golf? Like if you have a penalty, say you have a penalty, right?
Okay.
And you have to, instead of losing a stroke, a fan gets to hit your shot from that spot. Thoughts?
Not a lot of people follow me, so that might be tough for me. So someone like Tiger or like someone, well, Tiger doesn't really play anymore, but some of the bigger guys might have a little more.
Shots fired.
But I wish Tiger played more. God, it's incredible watching him.
Yeah.
But,
I think that would be hilarious. It's like,
it'd be amazing.
Take my stroke and go. And it's like, oh no, buddy. John Boy over here is about to tee it up and you're going to play where his ball goes.
I'm surprised Liv hasn't implemented that already. So
you think that would get more people following guys because they'd up their chances of actually getting
definitely
hit a
go to
shot.
the course.
It would, yeah.
Oh yeah, like the guy who got pulled out to be a caddy. Who was that for?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, that was for CT Pan. Yeah,
CT Pan. That's who it was. Okay,
he's an Olympian again.
Wow.
Yeah.
When's the finals for that?
It is the week before Wyndham, actually.
Oh, we've already stated we're pulling for USA. We stated it last
year. USA podcast.
So the thing is, like, I wish it was a team event as well as an individual. It's all individual, which is kind of stupid, but I wish it had a team aspect to it.
Like Liv.
Yeah, I honestly do. It should, but
like
Ryder Cup ish.
Yeah, I mean, I think like teams of 4, like play 4, count 3. It'd be like college it'd be similar to college golf. So I think that's how they should do it.
That would be so electric. There's nothing. The Ryder Cup is phenomenal. Like
there's nothing like team golf.
No.
I mean, obviously Liv is trying that, but it's hard. You can't really do it every week. I think every now and then is okay, which is what makes the Ryder Cup, President's Cup, stuff like that so cool. But you can't do it all the time. So
okay,
I did have one more golf one.
All right,
and you kind of answered it a little bit before because I wanted to ask you about your intensity.
Okay,
I feel like when I see you walking, it's like speed walking. You are on a mission to get go. So like my question was about that, but when you told me about your coach's pregame speech, I obviously figured out where you get that intensity from.
Right.
Get you pumped up to go out there. So I want to give you a chance to add on to that if it's something else too.
No, so I was taught when I was young, I was taught to walk fast and hit slow. So it just kind of stuck with me. And I've changed how fast I hit just because I have to now. Because we can get.
I need to do that.
We can get in some serious trouble if we take too long. But Yeah, I've always walked fast. I try to slow down. I really can't. Sometimes I try to stay behind my caddy, but sometimes he's just kind of not all there, and so I'm kind of just in front of him. But no, but yeah, there's times where I have to slow down and whatnot, and just kind of take things in. But I do like going fast and just trying to get going, because I mean we're out there for a long time, 5-ish hours kind of every time. So I'd rather just not be out there for any longer than what I have to be.
I would guess that you finish 18 in like 2 hours if you're playing by yourself. Nobody in front of you as fast as you're walking.
I played once by myself on tour. So sometimes once the cut happens off on Friday, if they do twosomes and there's an odd number of people, and you're like the last person to make the cut, you'll have to play by yourself one of the days. So my rookie year in Hawaii, I played bad on Saturday, and I was in last place going into the last round, and I had to play by myself, and I played in 3 hours and 14 minutes.
Walking?
Yeah.
It's booking it.
Holy cow.
And I was trying to slow down too. Like there was one point my caddy was like, bro, we got to slow down. Like we're 6 holes ahead of the second group, and like he's like, I was like, okay, I'll just walk in the trees or something just to slow down. But but it's so weird playing by yourself, because it's very hard to like gain any momentum, and because it's like you hit and then you go. Or if you hit like a bad putt, you can't say, hey, I'll just wait on this one. Like you kind of have to keep going. So it's kind of hard.
The competitive factor too, like whenever somebody hits a shot, you're like, oh, buddy, you just wait 2 seconds here. Let me just
you got no one to play against, no one to measure how you're doing for the day or anything like that. So
do you ever ride the courses whenever you play?
Yeah, I ride all the time when I'm home.
Okay.
I have a cart, and we live, I mean, it's right on the other side of the trees right there. So I live on a course, and I just kind of zoom out there anytime I can. But yeah, I ride anytime I'm home. I walk so much during the weeks. I just you have to ride just to save my legs. So.
J-Vi is part of the golf cart community.
How many steps?
Yeah.
Oh God,
I never even thought about that.
I mean, it's probably between 13 to 17,000 a day.
Okay. Yeah.
So
that's good for your heart. They say you should do at least 10,000.
Yeah, I know the 10,000 rule. I wear a Whoop. I don't know if you guys know what that is. The Whoop band.
Whoop. Chris Berman.
Yeah, the Chris Berman. Yeah. But no, I've learned a lot about like how I function and whatnot. And it's really good for seeing how you sleep and whatnot, and what certain like foods and alcohol does to your body and your system and whatnot. So.
It tells you all that?
Well, like it has like a journal in it, and if you say like if you wake up with a bad recovery and it's like, did you have alcohol yesterday? And it's like, yeah, I had 4 drinks between 8 p.m. and 10 p.m. So like it takes your body that much longer to flush out that flush out that alcohol. So your heart's working extra and like overtime while you're trying to sleep as well, instead of it trying to rest and recover. So
and alcohol, it depletes your absorption of vitamin B's, which is also in production of your red blood cells that transport oxygen in your blood. So that's why people wake up with hangovers.
Yep.
100%. So it's like, yeah. That's why I stopped drinking.
It's wild. Yeah.
Yeah, J-Vi is part of the golf cart community too. He's got one of those ones that's up on the big, he's got the big monster truck tires, and
ours is lifted a little bit.
I don't have one of those. Maybe one day.
Yeah, he's got that. All right. Okay. Free for all segment. This is all kinds of stuff. 7 different kinds of smoke. I will go first. Did the Hunger Games movies do the books justice? Because I did not read the books, but the movies are spectacular.
The books are good. I don't read a lot, and I thought the books were great. I will say what was the last book? Mockingjay.
Mockingjay, yeah.
It ended like really abruptly. Like it was just kind of like she was like done writing. It almost seemed like she's like, yeah, I'm done. I've made my money. But it
Game of Thrones it or what? I've never seen Game of Thrones either.
Though I heard so I couldn't finish Game of Thrones, but I heard like the last season sucked. Like it never.
Yeah, it did.
Okay. Yeah.
Can't confirm, Butch.
It very well did. I was highly disappointed.
But no, I thought the movies were great. But I thought the books were really good. Did they do them justice? I don't know. I feel like the movies are never as good as the books, but
Yeah,
you never know.
The closest you get that I ever got to like being like, okay, this is pretty darn close to how I wanted the books to look. That was Lord of the Rings.
Oh, okay. I never got into Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, me neither. That was like walking over here, really long, and then
what's that?
Walking and then again, and then dropping
what's
the ring.
What's that movie? Clerks? Clerks
Yeah.
2? What is They're having the huge, was it Star Wars and Lord of the Rings debate? He's like, here's Lord of the Rings. And he like walks over and drops the ring and then
Oh yeah, he made some obscene gestures about Frodo Baggins.
Yeah, that's why I don't ever read books. I like watch the movies, and then I talk to people who read the books. They're like, it doesn't do the book justice, and I'm like,
nope. Like The Hobbit.
I don't know.
Throw those movies right out the window. Just read the book.
Maybe the book doesn't do the movie justice.
No, dude.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Are you team Lit or team Spectre?
Spectre.
Yeah.
Harvey for sure.
Yeah.
I didn't know where you were going with that when you started out with Lit.
I was super into Suits like when it first came out. I haven't really gotten into it now like everyone else has, but it's cool to see it come back. But God, it's such a good show.
It was. Or I see it on Netflix now. I'm like, yeah, I've already done this.
Louis Litt though is probably a top 10 character of all time. He's pretty amazing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Top 10 name, Louis Litt.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he literally has in the show getting lit up.
So speaking of stage names, our other guy that's on the show with us, Dylon, he has a question. If you were a WWE wrestler, what would your stage name be, your come out song, and who is your PGA tag team partner?
No showing pictures, Butch.
I have no idea.
Yeah.
Partner wise, I got to pick someone.
Yes.
Someone big.
Shane Lowry would be a good one.
Shane would be a good one. Who am I thinking of? So there was a guy on tour last year. He's back on the Corn Ferry this year. Kyle Westmoreland.
Yes.
He went to the Air Force Academy. He's a big dude. I would probably pick Kyle if he's my tag team partner.
Smart.
Yeah. But
you don't mess with those guys.
No, he would. One of my friends, Lee Hodges, went up to him last year and he was like, Kyle, he's like, how long would it take you for you to just like kill me? And he was like, probably like, he's like, with your bare hands, how long would it take? He's like, probably like 10 seconds. He's like, no, seriously. How long would it take? He's like, probably like 10 seconds. So, I mean, yeah.
Leon just walks up to him and asks him that.
Oh yeah.
Balls on the range.
That's what we do out there. We're out there for weeks on end, just roasting in the sun, and our brains just go to mush. And some of the conversations we have out there are incredible. I kind of wish we had. Well, maybe I don't wish we had anything.
Yeah, don't wish for that.
But yeah.
Unless you want to, that's more work for me, which is good.
I have no idea what my name would be. A walkout song. I don't know. I have a new favorite song like every week, so I have no idea.
So you would change if you did have like a walkout song like baseball.
Yeah.
Would you change that weekly or like, oh, this is Yeah, you said you didn't listen to music before in the locker room, so it's
It might be a thing I would change quite a bit. Are they allowed to change them? Like I don't even know.
I think they are.
I think they are. I think once you get your brand in the it's WWF.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm talking about baseball too, though.
Baseball.
I don't think they change them a ton. I think you can change it if you want, but you kind of get known for it. I mean, like it is like wrestling.
Yeah.
When that music hits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you smell
fans pay attention to the baseball walkout songs and kids and stuff, they'll be running to the fence.
What's that? The dude from the Mets last year.
Yeah.
The Tommy trumpet. Yeah.
Yes.
That song is incredible. But
unbelievable.
No, I have no idea what my name or song would be. But
well, how about this? We got some hashtags right here.
Oh boy.
Okay. Hashtag Lower Rangers. That's the one we've been going with.
So that's a good one. I like that one. Yeah.
Lower Power, a play to Mario Brothers.
Yeah, I like Lower Power.
The Tower of Lower.
if I wasn't 5'10", that might work.
The Hamburglar
Short King.
The Hamburglar.
No.
Like the Hamburg. No. Okay. All right. Throw that one out. All right. That's all. I'll get back to the drawing board. I've got a few more. I think Lower Rangers right now is the one we're going to put as leader in the clubhouse.
I like Lower Rangers. That's a good one.
Yeah. So if you were ever to need security, we would come dressed up as the Power Rangers for sure.
Absolutely.
Which we just follow you around. They'd be like, "Who are the Power Rangers?" With Lauer, we're the Lauer Rangers.
That'd be so good.
Yeah.
We debated should we order Power Ranger suits for whatever we actually
mask
the suits.
Yes. Yeah. Yes. So for the Wyndham, we're out there.
Can't breathe. Hottest week of the year.
90 degrees, 90%.
See a bunch of dudes passed out in Power Ranger suits. That's us.
Covered in milk. Yep. That's us. Tex, do you have a question?
Yeah. Would you rather die a hero or live long enough to be a villain?
Oh boy.
That's one of your favorites. That's hitting you right in the.
I kind of like the villain part of things. So
you'd be the turn heel.
Yeah.
Like Hulk Hogan.
That movie was awesome. By the way.
The Dark Knight?
Oh.
Yeah. It's one of my favorites.
Best movie of all. That's one of the best.
Yeah.
I think I've watched it like 20 times. Maybe even more than that. I'm not even
It's
kidding.
One of those movies, like, I remember watching it in theaters. Like, some of them you're like, I don't remember watching this in theaters. But that one I definitely remember.
I thought it was over like 7 times.
Yeah.
That's what made it awesome.
There's more? There's more?
Okay. Rapid fire, head on a swivel, sports questions. Before we start, I just want you to know I am a 49ers fan.
Oh, boy.
Butch P and Tex. Yeah, it's been brutal the past few years. Butch P and Tex are Cowboys fans. J-Vi is a Bills fan.
Cowboys.
Yeah, Cowboys. America's team. I don't know how that's even a question.
They've already said it's their year like 6 times already.
It's our year.
I mean, it's
our year.
It wasn't your year since '95 or
whatever.
It's always our year in September.
Is Dak the man? Is Dak it?
Answer the question.
Dak is he is gonna earn it this year.
Okay.
What?
I like Dak, but I mean,
he's gonna earn it this year.
The thing I don't get about the NFL, the thing that it frustrates me beyond belief. There's how many Division I college programs? 121, 122,
128.
128. We can't produce quarterbacks.
It's a diff. They're the quarterback position at the high school and college level is totally different than what the NFL needs.
I agree with that, but like, what's getting lost in translation there?
I don't know.
Like, how can we not produce these guys? Like, it makes zero sense.
I mean, look at places like, even Texas. It took them forever to get a quarterback. They finally got a couple now.
Yeah,
but they missed out on Johnny Manziel. He wanted to go to Texas. Yeah. They missed out on. I mean, it was like 4 or 5 years. They had a bunch of guys who went other places. Oh, yeah. Hurts loved Texas. Yeah. Jameis Winston wanted to go to Texas. He talked to me. All these guys who
from Texas, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He probably wanted to go to Texas too, I'm sure, but they just never. They missed out a ton.
That's wild.
A ton of these guys that wanted to go to Texas.
Yeah.
Well, if you look at the quarterbacks that dominate, like a Tom Brady, I've always said this, is that Tom Brady is not a guy who is ever going to run away from everybody.
No.
He had to be a mental mastermind.
Yeah.
Of knowing what you were going to do and what the defense is going to do and what the offense should do given the presentation. Most of these guys now, I mean, if you look at what's propped up there, is what arm angle can you throw from? Look at this rollout throw. The protection's broken down. It's like the NFL is it's so fast. You have to be on time, accurate, and deliver the ball where it's supposed to be. I mean, you hear Tom Brady talk about it all the time. He's like, they're like, yeah, you ran for 30 yards, but why did you run that play in the first place? You should have called out of a cover 2 with, slants. Like, what are you doing? Like, that's just not the play you should run. That should have been audibled out before the ball was even snapped.
Yeah.
That, most of these guys are super athletes that play quarterback now. Josh Allen's one of them. I mean, yeah, he could throw it a mile, but he can't win the big one. He's absolute garbage. Or you take somebody like Brock Purdy, who can sit there and distribute the football on time and where it's supposed to go, and he's winning more games than all their quarterbacks combined in the playoffs.
He can't win the big one, and he just got married.
Definitely can't win the big one. Yeah, season over. We all know what happens when you get married.
Yeah,
4 years to recover.
Yeah, football is different than golf. We've got to figure it out. If you get married in golf, we can't play you for a year because it takes you a year to figure it out. Football is like 4 or 5 years.
Yeah, 4 years.
Don't listen.
Every quarterback that's won a Super Bowl or been in a Super Bowl, they've gotten married. They don't go back for at least 4 years.
4 years.
And Brady was that.
They actually did the research on that, by the way.
Terry Bradshaw. Terry Bradshaw, the year after he got divorced, Super Bowl.
Yeah. Oh, there you go.
He was the only one to really get that close.
That's what made us nervous about Rory. Well, I mean, I guess you could argue that it worked.
Divorced, and he's not married. We were trying to figure out what to do with that.
We don't know what's going on.
Nope.
And then he got remarried. So I'm like, is it going to be another year?
A lot of negative.
Does his year start over because he got remarried? Like, we don't know.
Yeah,
it might.
TBD.
He's going through it right now.
Yeah,
those 2 putts he missed.
Especially after that last tournament. The end of that last tournament. Just, I mean, jeez. Then he's got all that other stuff personally, like he's just professionally personal.
Yeah,
it's tough, man. I feel bad for him. He's in a tough spot.
I don't feel bad for him at all. He's got the guy's got more money than.
Yeah, but it doesn't seem like he's happy at the moment.
I was about to say, he had a humble second place, and it was like 2.5.
Yeah,
and I was like, wait a second, I would not be pissed off at all.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
I know at that point it's about getting the win.
Yeah,
more so than the check. But I'm like, geez, I'm like, dude, I'd finish last.
Right. Well, the thing I don't get is like with all this like live stuff going on. I know this is completely off topic, but like the live stuff going on and all the money that we're trying to play for, like with all these designated events, and like the top guys want to be treated like top guys in other sports. Like I get that. I get that. But I do think there has to be like him not talking to media. Like I get how hard it is. Like I get that. But like in sports and like F1, like we get compared to F1 a lot. At least the top guys do. F1, regardless how a race finishes, they have to talk to the media. Like it's required. I do think that Rory really kind of messed up there where not talking to the media. So I think that's where like some give and take has to be. Like, yeah, we want like all the top guys want all this money, but you have to give some as well. Like you have to give back and go answer the hard questions that you don't want to answer at the time. Like I get it, but
yes.
Scott Van Pelt, he was on that one. He was like, hey, I forget who he was using as an example, but he was like, they stood there and they took it.
Oh yeah.
And, that is the part where you just got to stand there and take the hard questions and boom, move on.
Just like Danny Green from the Cardinals all those years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Just like
they are who we thought they were.
Just like Herm Edwards.
Let them off the hook.
You play to win the game.
Yeah,
that's right. But hot take here. I think this all goes back to the NBA. Everybody's trying to follow the NBA model, NFL included. Every other sport is trying to be the NBA, but the NBA only has what, 13 players a team.
Yeah.
That model, that model is
doesn't
not
work for everybody.
transferable to other. But
Dude, if football would just be football, it would be so much better.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, you need guys like Brock Purdy out there riding around in tractors in the heartland of America, and then going out there and zipping footballs around and winning games when everybody doubted him. So,
isn't he from Arizona?
Yeah, he's from Arizona.
I didn't know that was Heartland.
He went to Iowa State though. Got a little Heartland in him.
Why are you trying to make a case? Why are you trying to make a case, J-Vi?
Would you rather him go back to Rangers talk? I'm just letting him set himself up for when Brock Purdy has a down year because he got married.
See, how can he have a better year? He was in the Super Bowl. He was running the MVP.
And McCaffrey's on the cover of Madden.
Yes, you can have a better year.
Oh,
you
wow.
win the
I didn't
Super
know that.
Bowl.
Yes, McCaffrey's on. So I just wanted to ask this question as far as football goes.
Double curse.
Are there any wins for the Browns in the October-November that you would like to vacate from the 23 season that a kicker missed a field goal on for no reason after a game-winning drive by a certain quarterback?
0.
Okay. This is your chance to be like Brock Purdy who led that game-winning drive.
Hey, that's too bad. That's a loss in the column.
Are you excited about the Browns? Come on. Give it to
I
him.
am, but it's Cleveland, and there's just this guy in my shoulder just sitting there just saying
Brownie, the elf.
The elf, yeah.
He's just sitting there, just poking me right here, just saying, "Hey, don't get your hopes up." I mean, something's coming. Happen.
Did you buy a Flacco jersey?
You can call Flacco again.
Why did we not re-sign him? It makes zero sense. We signed Jameis Winston for the same amount of money. Like, what are we doing? I like Jameis Winston, but he's not Joe Flacco. But
no. Joe Flacco was what that team needed. Hand the ball
He was incredible.
And give it to him.
Get Chubb
He would
back.
just come out and just sling it around the field. Just incredible.
David Njoku is one of my favorite players.
God, he pisses me off. I like him, but like some of the stuff he does, and he has to jump over someone every time he catches the ball.
He's such a freak.
He's a freak.
So whenever
I think that, like on paper they're obviously amazing, but I don't know. And we're in the AFC North. It's ridiculous.
So you get to walk around and be like, this is AFC North football. We're playing AFC North football here every time they play.
Yeah.
Like just slobber knocker.
Like,
you know, Mike Tomlin never had a losing season. Did you know that?
Yeah, I know that. I married into a Steelers family. So
oh no.
Oh wow.
You don't hear that one every time, do you?
Every Sunday. Yeah. He's so good.
The Yinzers.
I've got another football question.
Yins. Yeah.
Who was the better Brown? Brady Quinn or Johnny Manziel?
Ooh.
I mean, we all saw the Manziel documentary, so let's just say Brady Quinn. But
all right.
Were you excited about the Manziel thing whenever they drafted him?
No.
He was weird.
What about Tim Couch?
Tim Couch was good, yeah. I like Tim Couch.
Old Kentucky boy.
Yeah. No, just Manziel, I don't know. What can you say? Like, when you're that, like obviously, like every team in the NFL, like the highest level, like you're gonna get everyone's best shot. But when you're that much of like a star, I feel like they're gonna give it that little bit of extra. Like every time. Like they want to, all those defensive players want to get to you and get that sack just so they can throw the money sign.
Oh yeah.
They want to do it. So like, and then
that was the worst thing.
He watched zero film. Like what's going on?
That was hilarious.
Well, yeah. I'm so glad that the Cowboys, I mean, they ended up not getting him.
Well,
Jerry wanted him bad.
Didn't Jerry had it on the paper, right? And his son went up to him and like snatched it out of his hand. Is that how the story went?
Yeah.
Whoa.
And I'm so glad because he's everything that Jerry loves in a player. Got a lot of flash. Got a lot of. I mean, like
doesn't actually play good on the field.
Yeah. He just brings people to watch.
Imagine how many more Super Bowls the Cowboys would have had if they would have got him.
Dude, none more.
Zero. They had their running back playing center, for goodness sake.
I know. They would have moved him to guard besides Zeke.
Yeah, that was so glad we didn't get him. I think they knew that he had personal stuff.
Oh my God. That whole documentary was wild.
Is the NFL like your top favorite one to watch?
No, they're all kind of the same. I probably watch more Browns games than anything. Just because it's when I'm home the most, but or NBA games, but it's hard to watch NBA games at times. But Cleveland is a Browns. It's a football town, like Northeast Ohio, especially. Like if they ever made it to a Super Bowl or let alone won a Super Bowl, it would be just pandemonium. Like Cleveland might just fall into Lake Erie. But
that'd be like the Bills too. What if we?
Oh yeah, it would be
like
if there was the AFC Championship between the Bills and
my God,
it would be just pure pandemonium.
That'd be incredible.
Yeah,
probably move it to Toronto. They would do that to our fans. I know they would.
Yeah.
Okay, that was anybody, Butch P or J Vi? Any football related questions or other sports? You play pickleball?
I'm starting to get into it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna say
it looks fun. It's just big ping pong, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I think it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't say it to them. I don't know. They got there's a whole deal now.
I know. Some of them are. A lot of guys on tour play. Scheffler apparently plays every week.
Didn't he beat the #1 player in the world in pickleball?
I did not know that.
Yeah,
it wouldn't surprise me. He wins every week. So, I mean, what's another win? So
somebody had a meme or a GIF or whatever they're called. I guess he did his interview after the round today with his new kid. They're like, his wife's exactly like our wives. As soon as we get in from
you're done with 18, you're on your
they're yours.
Yeah.
That
was funny.
Yeah.
We have a question from Texas' wife. Said, "How old is so?" She wanted to know how old your daughter was, and does she get to go to the course?
Oh yeah, she's 18 months. We've taken her to the course. She's been on 60 flights already in her life.
Oh my gosh.
We've traveled with her quite a bit. So she's used to it. She's amazing on planes, but yeah, her and my wife probably travel with me 75% of the weeks. So yeah, it's a lot of fun to have them out there.
So one of the kids that played for me on my flag football team recently, he does drive, pitch, and putt, and was going to either today or tomorrow, I can't remember, to have a chance to qualify to play at Augusta next year.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, that's pretty incredible that at 8 years old he's going to have a chance to play at Augusta.
Yeah, they do 8 to 15 or 16. Yeah, it's a big deal. I remember they had that when I was younger, but it wasn't on the scale that it was now.
Yeah.
The Nationals were in Orlando or something like that, not Augusta.
Yeah.
But
incredible.
What's going on at Augusta?
Yeah, but no, it's cool. I wish it wasn't. I mean, obviously they have to do it because Augusta's in April, where they qualify and then they have so many months between. I think that part is kind of silly, but that's kind of the way it just has to be, just with weather and whatnot. So, but no, I hope he makes it. I think that'd be amazing.
Yeah, me too. I told him I'm gonna chase him around the golf course going mashed potatoes. Whenever he hits it, I thought that was hilarious. Yeah.
Or there was a new one. Yeah. It's like Hawk 2 or something.
Yeah,
the Hawk 2.
Spin on that thing.
No, put some spin on that thing.
Oh boy, I can only imagine how many times I'm gonna hear that next week.
Oh my God. Okay. All right. We got one more segment. It's the water cooler debate. I don't know if we're doing How Dare Yous or not, but we also do a segment called How Dare Yous where we just yell at something that makes us mad.
No, I'm not doing
that.
Okay. All right. Hit it.
Oh my God, you're an idiot. Are you kidding me?
Okay, water cooler debate. We pick a topic, we give answers, and then we poll it on Twitter. First, the dad joke. We always do a dad joke, but against their will. They don't like the dad jokes. They do, but they won't say they do.
I don't like it.
What kind of pudding would make the best dancer?
Oh God, I have no idea.
Tapioca.
Oh yeah, it was right there.
They usually are.
Yeah.
They're usually low hanging fruit. Okay, water cooler debate question. This is where we just usually pick something, and we try to do it golf related, but usually we will give an example first so that you can see how this goes. The question is, what is the GOAT type of drive? Okay.
Okay.
I will kick this thing off. The GOAT type of drive is the song by Alan Jackson, Drive. That is an absolute banger. If you haven't listened to it, put it on your iTunes or whatever it is, and just sit back and be like, that was a great song of 3 minutes. I traveled through life. So Drive by Alan Jackson.
Does it need to be on a road that's straight, or can I have lights? Do I need?
No, you can listen to this one pretty much any time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hopefully, the tour has a better Jeep than what's in the song, The Drive or
Yes.
Drive. Yeah.
Hope so. Yeah.
GOAT type of drive. Who wants to go next?
I'll go next. A nice line drive out of the box in baseball.
Line drive
Middle
out.
to the gap.
Oh, okay.
All right, who's next?
I'll go next, and I'm going to say that the best type of drive is the one and only Donald Drive, Green Bay Packers player, wide receiver.
Why would you pick a Green Bay Packers receiver?
Yeah. I'm confused now.
What ties do you have to the Green Bay Packers? You're a
I've been
Bills
there
fan.
once. I've been to Lambeau
One time.
Yeah.
I used to play with Donald Driver on the old Madden. Trade him to the Bills.
Build your dynasty.
All right. Who wants to go? Butcher. Butch, you want to go?
Yeah, I'm going to say the GOAT type of drive is a drive-in movie.
Pretty good.
Take it back one time.
Ooh.
All right.
Too
What's the
hot
GOAT
this
type
time.
of drive? You didn't think we did not give a single golf answer, even though you might have thought it was about golf.
No. I would say a game-winning drive.
Something the Browns have never done.
Hey, Ravens last year.
Or Josh Allen. You remember Josh Allen when they could have beat the Chiefs?
Oh
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember when Brock Purdy beat the Chiefs?
He led the game leading drive, and then his defense gave up the game-winning drive.
Game-winning drive.
Okay. All right. I think that's everything. Also, I want to do this. How dare you? I saw some dude's boat sink right in front of our eyes today, and that was how dare you to just water in general. So,
did he forget to put his plug in or something?
No, they docked up at the
boat.
his whole boat, dude. I'm telling you, we're driving. We came back from lunch.
I hate that for him, but that's fine.
Yeah, I mean, it was a scene, man. They had the Ceto out there trying to pump the water out, and the waves are crashing over the boat. It's tied up to the dock, and it's just it was a sad state of affairs.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, it was bad. It was fine when we left. We come back, and the Ceto's there, and there's water squirting. It looked like, I mean, it was unbelievable. Anyways, how dare you to water? Don't do that to people's boats.
Hey, that's why you shouldn't let your kids drive.
That's right.
Yeah.
Go type of drive. Okay.
Oh,
Man, thank you so much for coming on. This was awesome.
Did you guys forget a question?
Did we? Which one?
I thought I saw it on the
There's one that I wrote in there. Is it the would you rather get to bed at a reasonable hour every night or never have to worry about kids eating their food?
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
But that's not what I was thinking about, but that's a good one.
Wait, hold on.
God, I don't know.
Oh, the other one was, did the Big Ten are the Big Ten and the SEC responsible for ruining college football?
Yes, probably.
Yes, thank you. I've been trying to tell that to these guys for months, and they don't listen to me.
Just means more, dude.
College sports is just
bad.
It sucks right now.
Yes, it's
like all this conference realignment, all this crap. It's stupid.
They're ruining it, and as soon as they expand, they expand the playoff, and then they blow up the conferences, and it's like, we can't have conference champions get into the playoffs. It's like, well, of course you can't. You ruin the conferences, you jabronis.
Yeah, I think it's really stupid.
So
I think that the NIL needs some major tweaks as well.
Yeah, for sure.
The new trend in college sports, or the college football at least, is phenomenal. Everybody's posting their lowest beer prices at the stadiums, and some teams that don't sell beer, like BYU, is like, yeah, well, we have the coldest chocolate milk in college football.
Keep you hydrated.
Yeah. Yes, exactly. Chug it.
There you go.
So, yeah. All right, man, that was a lot of fun.
Yep,
yeah, that was good.
Appreciate it.
No,
thank you so much,
guys.
for
that was
coming
fun.
on. The Rocket Mortgage, right? Is that what it is?
Yeah, Rocket Mortgage. Yeah.
Yes, we're gonna be tuned in. We always are.
Yeah.
So, like it. But man, good luck with up in Detroit. Win. We're gonna get the win.
Yes.
Top 5s, top 10s. Win is incoming.
Yeah,
we can feel it. Win maybe at the Wyndham with all of us in Power, mid-30s and late 30-year-old men out there covered in milk and Power Ranger.
Yeah, there you go. Pour some chocolate milk in the trophy. There we go.
Love to have you back on for football. You talk about the Browns outlook.
There we go.
Yeah,
the official Browns reporter.
Wait, we play each other this year, don't we? Cowboys and Browns.
First game
of the year.
It's Tom Brady's first game. Yeah.
Maybe live stream the first half.
We may have.
I would love nothing more than that. It'd be Deshaun Watson, Dak Prescott. Oh, Deshaun Watson?
Yeah.
In, out.
I think he's. I mean, he's a horrible
on the massage,
clearly, but I mean, if he comes in and wins, I mean, he's going to be beloved. But I just hope Nick Chubb comes back healthy.
Yeah. Chubb is a dude.
Yeah.
That was disgusting.
Same injury he had in college. Just brutal.
Oh, yeah. I mean, his leg went sideways.
Yeah.
It was awful.
Yeah. I just hope he comes back healthy and is able to play. So
just on the ball. RTDB.
On the damn ball.
That's what we always say. Okay. Everyone, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for listening. And thank you for coming on. And Rocket Mortgage, 17 under par.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yes. Calling it now.
All right.
All right.
Thanks for coming on.
No, that was fun. Yeah. Thanks for having me.
Thank you.
Yeah. 28 yards. Good snap.
J-Vi does this. This is his field goal that he